Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect. Well, let's continue where we left off, and we were investigating the whole thing with Rachni. And it turns out that the Rachni came from somewhere within Argos Row cluster, and that is where Pinnacle Station is. Specifically, it's the Gorgon system. So let's go to the Gorgon system. It looks like we have not yet seen the Gorgon system, so let's go through all the planets in here, of which there are quite a few actually. Whoa! Whoa is a terrestrial planet only known from scan data picked up by unmanned probes. Though over 75 astronomical units from the blue giant Gorgon, temperatures in Wo's orbit are still dangerously high. Only ships with very powerful heat-radiating systems can venture that deep into the system. Fortunately, Wo is not a terribly interesting world. It has a thin atmosphere of nitrogen and methane, and the scorching surface is mainly composed of alumina, with deposits of platinum. The world is tightly locked to Wo. What? No, that's not how the star is called. The star is called Gorgon, come on. Leaving the sunward side scorched and irradiated wasteland, and the dark side of frigid and ice-crusted. Shouldn't that be frigid and ice-crusted? Right. So it's quite far away, and the orbital period is quite long. The radius is okay. The day length is long. Well, how is there even a day length? Well, I suppose it can rotate, around its axis. It's not so much a day length, though, since it's tightly locked. Half atmosphere, quite hot on average, and lower gravity. Okay, the second one is Vectra, and that looks a bit red, but this looks quite blue. Vectra is a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane and sodium in its atmosphere. The heat of the star Gorgon is slowly blasting away the gas giant's massive atmosphere, which is visible as a long, dim tail that trails behind the planet. Now, Gorgon is certainly something else. Probably aptly named in that case. And it's probably white. Cameron. Cameron is a terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and argon. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of iron with deposits of nickel. Like Wo, Cameron is tide-locked to the blue giant, forever looking into the face of the Gorgon. Yeah, so it is blue, and it is aptly named. This is terrestrial. Okay. It's still very hot. Very low atmosphere, the radius is okay, and of course it takes quite a long time to go around. Well, Cameron is interesting. Also, Cameron is someone who is no longer a prime minister as of yesterday, so you can tell when I record this. And Sharblu, a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant. The methane in Sharblu's atmosphere gives it an azure hue. The Asari crew who initially surveyed the system during Earth's 17th century named Sharblu after a then popular soprano. Stinger was renowned for her unusual skin tone, which was quite similar to that of the planet. How is that unusual? We'll see Asari with quite a bit more unusual skin tones than that. And yes, this is still not super interesting. And lastly, Slacon, with some nice rings that we don't get to see. Oh, it's also very green. Orbiting at an unbelievable distance of 710 astronomical units, over 66 billion kilometers from Gorgon, Slacon is a huge gas giant, with an atmosphere tainted by methane and chlorine. Okay, well, still not too interesting. Here we have the Unidentified Space Facility. The space station appears to have been assembled from used off-the-shelf civilian ship modules of diverse origins. There are no obvious hull markings, and it is not broadcasting any ID signal. So it's a do-it-yourself space station without any ID. Interesting. Well, let's see what we can find in it. Let's put on our helmets just in case. I see enemies right off the bat. And I'm guessing that they're Rachni. But so far, this is quite similar to all the other space stations we've been to, or spacecraft or something. Also, this place should be really hot since it's so close to a blue giant. And this is nothing. So let's see, is this indeed Rachni? I don't know. About the other side. I still don't know.
Let's take them out.
Yep, it's Rachni. Oh, oops. Huh. That did absolutely no damage. No, 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 no. Ouch. But nice job taking care of that one. That's a dead end. Ouch.
Perimeter clear.
Was that it? That really does not look like it would be it. And how about loot? Oh, nice. So they can climb too. In fact, standing here is probably quite safe. Well, relatively speaking, I mean, it's about safe anywhere with Rachni because all you need to do is strafe their shots. The problem is that you don't typically have a whole lot of space to do that. Of course, you do need some space to back off in case they decide to charge at you. Oh, well, great. Oh. Oh, yeah. I thought that would be happening. Stinger. Oh. 8. And Onyx armor. Is that better? No, that's way worse. But of course, cast fabrication. Can't really beat that. an upgrade kit. Inferno rounds and sledgehammer rounds. That also might be useful. I think this is better than what I have. Yes. Inferno rounds are incredibly powerful incendiary rounds that can melt or burn through virtually all known substances. This damages enemies and weakens their accuracy. So 15 for 5 seconds and minus 20 accuracy. So it actually does less damage per time, but it reduces their accuracy by a bit more. So I might as well take it, even though it's not super useful. Oh, an aid station. That's mighty convenient. Looks like there's something there, so let's not go there. How about the bridge? Oh, for a space station, this sure looks like a spacecraft. Oh, a medical station. And storage lockers. Running out of space here. Yeah, I am running out of space. Brawler 9. Well, it's a pistol, but it is still a pretty good pistol. Also, so many items. No! Won't be able to hold all of them. Arg. So just to look at it, okay, it's better, quite a bit better with overheating, but it does less damage and is less accurate than what we have with Spectre Master Gear. Alright, well, let's just go forward, and that looks like a bomb. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. In fact, I think I'll make another save.
Personal data recorder for Major Elena Flores.
Play the first entry.
Sigma 23 is almost fully operational. The barracks and storage lockers are complete, and we've begun stocking the munitions. It's highly unlikely the Alliance will patrol in the nebula. I expect our only risk will be from pirates, and who'll believe them? Looks like we'll have space for 2 reinforced platoons of Cerberus commandos.
Cerberus may be a bigger threat than we had assumed.
Cerberus again.
Play the second entry.
The package arrived today for field testing. I'm told they're fundamentally similar to the units being developed on Novaria. They promise this batch will be stable. Something about them developing in proximity to the master control unit. We detected some pirates setting up an anchorage in a neighboring system. I think we'll try deploying them there first.
I think they're talking about the Rachni, so... and the master control unit is probably the Rachni Queen. So Cerberus took something from Novaria, sent it here, hoping that those Rachni would be stable enough to actually be able to control them, I suppose. And now they're pirates, and they'll test it on them.
Play the last entry.
They've escaped containment. Clever bastards. We treated them like animals. We should have treated them like POWs. They're spreading. Boarding the supply ships and sending them to random destinations. They'll be all over the cluster in a week. General, if you recover this message, my advice is, screw the Rachni. They're too smart. Use one of the other projects. Flores, signing off. For the final time.
It seems Binary Helix were not the only ones foolish enough to meddle with the Rachni.
Well, yeah, but then Binary Helix was the ones who reintroduced the Rachni to begin with. But serves Cerberus right for, again, doing something really stupid.
Let's go.
Escape Rachni definitely came from the station, though the motives behind the Cerberus group are vague. To prevent further contamination, arm the station's scuttle charges and evacuate to the Normandy. Oh, Omnigel. Omnigel money. And demolition charges. Arms scram charge. Okay, so we can just blow the whole thing up. So it's our option, interesting. Well, I don't want to blow the thing up, because we still have some nice items to get. So instead, let's first go back to the Normandy, sell some stuff. Oh, technician kit. Yeah, cipher tool and combat exoskeleton. Not super useful. Wetware kit. Polaris. A Gemini amp. And a secure crate. Come on. And there we go. Out of space. Well, this is really not useful. I wasn't expecting to see so many items. But yes, let's go sell a whole bunch of them. And we can blow this up after we sell things. I'm sure the Rachni will wait warmly until we're done. And generally, I'm quite curious to see the loadout that our requisitions officer should have now, with all the licenses that we now have for him. And now that we seemingly are getting level 8 gear.
Looking for supplies?
Absolutely.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Ooh, Sokolov 4. 9, not 4. That's decent, but still not super decent. Armax, Devlon. Not seeing anything new actually. That's a lot of Han Kadar stuff. Thinking that he probably didn't restock since the last time we were on the Citadel. Oh well. Okay, this is really not useful anymore. Kasar, Mali, Rosenkov. I don't think this is useful either. So let's just sell everything that's level 5. Armor upgrades, also level 5, they're not super useful either. Kinetic stabilizers are still useful, but not that many. Medical interfaces, shield modulators. I don't need the medical interfaces. Shield modulators can stay for now. I don't think I need shredder rounds at this level, nor the tungsten rounds. The crown fusion explosives should probably go also, but we'll see. Cryo rounds, energized wave, exoskeletons, incendiary rounds. Too many incendiary rounds. Polonium rounds, shred rounds, tungsten rounds. I think this is not very good. No, it's not very good. And now there's this. Yes, we have a cryo explosive. Did we have cryo explosive here too? Yes. So sell the older one. Fusion explosive. Wow, 2 fusion explosives. And an incendiary explosive. Okay. Combine, Han Kadar, Logical Rest Tool. I don't really know how good this is. Armax, Rosenkov, Elgos Combine, Han Kadar, Elgos Combine. This is still somewhat useful. ERCS, Devlon, Veteran State Arms. Haliad. Oh, yeah, okay. Elkos Combine. Devlon, ERCS. Haliad. Devlon. ERCS. Casa. And these are all the new stuff that we have. Yeah, franchise weave, skeleton. Huh. Really? Cipher tool? From Elkos Combine, and this is not super useful either. This on the other hand is pretty good. Elkos Combine, Hankadar, Aldrin. Yeah, it's not super useful, but I'll keep it on hand just in case. Devlon, ERCS. Combat Exoskeleton. This prototype armor upgrade combines mechanized augmentation, element 0 microcores, and firewall technology to give the wearer brute strength, resistance to weapons force, and resistance to biotic and tech attacks. Smash damage, hardening, physics threshold. So basically, it's super resistance to biotics and tech. Sledgehammer rounds. Sledgehammer rounds hit with incredible force, often knocking opponents completely off their feet. They're also coated with polonium to induce radiation sickness in targets, as well as prevent enemy regeneration. The trade-off is they increase weapon overheating. So it's polonium rounds plus the added force rounds. And Savant 9. Okay, we have some really nice stuff. Let's check. Well, yeah, I don't really want that. But... well, yeah, the rail extension is important. Yeah, extra toxic damage. And the ability to knock enemies down. Yeah, I guess I'll take it. This will make it so that I can only fire like 2 shots, but oh well. And let's just get back to the station and blow it all up. And this will be a pretty nice breaking point, actually, because we will be done with Argos Row, more or less. We still have Pinnacle Station, but that will have to wait for quite a bit still. And then we'll be able to go to Pharos. How many shots can we do now?
Contact.
4 shots. That's not too bad. And I think that's the wrong way to go. Is there something here? No. Can I just climb here? Can climb here. Huh. It's an interesting place to hide. Oh, and there are weapon lockers. Why? But we might see some interesting things. Well, not here. And not here either. Can mount here. I can almost mount here. Oh, I can mount here. Oh, wow, that's cool. So it's a bit of a passage. Alright, well that's nice. So let's take all the loot before we blow the whole thing up. Medical station, easy decryption. Sure is easy. And more Phoenix and Unity Amp. I wonder just how good the Phoenix one is. Yeah, it's at the same level as Duelist. Quite a bit less shields, but quite a bit more tech and biotic protection. All against the Rachni, it's actually a good idea. So let's do this for now. Ooh, Crossfire, Firestorm, and Brawler. Sledgehammer rounds and high explosive rounds. High explosive rounds. Designated to detonate on impact, high explosive rounds have one major drawback: a massive increase in weapon overheating. 400 centimeter blast radius, 500% heat generation, 500% weapons force, 20% damage. That is insane. Instantly overheats us. But it is explosive. I probably want to use that. Actually, I wonder, if I remove the rail extension, can I not instantly overheat? No. I still instantly overheat. So, if I do use the rail extension, I mean, the extra overheat doesn't matter because I overheat instantly anyway. And then I add... I wonder if I can use 2 rail extensions. I doubt it would stack, though. So, yeah, kinetic stabilizer is the only other option. Well, I am very interested to see how this works. And Stinger and Striker. Still, we did not get anything from the Geth Armory. But I'm sure eventually we will. Okay.
Personal data recorder for Major Elena Flores.
Let's go.
Okay, we had to open the terminal again. But let's see. Oh! So that just, oh, that just does this. We have 1 minute to evacuate. And lots of enemies, looks like. Oh. Oh, hello there. Wow, that missed. I need to use this as a sniper now. Ouch. Please take that one out. Thank you. Nice. I think we actually took them all out. And this confusing pattern is just there to slow us down. But we got through it already, so we can do that again. Okay, that was not that difficult. There we go. So that was all that I wanted to cover now, and after the summer break we will be going to Pharos in Atkin Beta, Theseus. So I will see you all next time. Later. Actually, before we go, what the journal says about that. Depot Sigma 23. You've cleared the base of Rachni and discovered that this was another of Cerberus' secret experiments. At least they won't be breeding Rachni again anytime soon. An organization called Cerberus is responsible for the Rachni infestations. In order to prevent further problems, activate the station's skull system and evacuate the Normandy. Yeah, oops. Yeah, so basically Cerberus was responsible for sending Rachni in different systems, and it turns out that the Rachni were our enemies because they took the Rachni from Novaria before we got there, and before we got into an agreement with the Rachni Queen. So that makes sense. Right, so see you all next time. Later.